Hey, dude, can you hear me?
Oh, oh,
Hello?
didn't ask.
Can you hear me? Oh, you're muted. Oh, there you are.
Hang on. I guess you probably couldn't hear anything while I had the banner at the full page, huh? So if I
No,
was talking,
I could
you can hear
hear
me.
for a second. I could hear most of that, but I couldn't hear you for a second. Can you hear me?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
I got behind this morning because
I woke up
about
10 minutes ago, dude.
about 20 minutes ago, I noticed that there was a humongous freaking local news story that the television
Oh,
station had did, and none of the other local news outlets were covering. And
yeah.
it involves the judge executive of our county that's a piece of trash, and he's costing the county a crap ton of money just because he got beat in the election. So he's costing the county a shitload of money because he's refusing to appoint the sheriff. And it's going to cause. Let me just give you a little bit of info. What
Let's
he's
hear it.
This guy is a piece of crap. We had a judge executive in our county for like 40 years that he died in office, and this guy came in and he's a piece of trash. He doesn't do anything that he's supposed to. Um, he doesn't talk to anybody. He doesn't do anything that he's supposed to. Our county has went so far downhill because of this piece of trash. He fired the 911 director in our county and brought in a guy from out of state that was his personal friend and gave him a $50,000 a year raise. You
Wow.
correct. A $50,000
That's
raise
cronyism, bro.
to this person that was his friend. So then the 911 directors, the 911 office decided that they needed some chairs, comfortable chairs. They sat in their chairs a lot, so you would think that they would need some ergonomical, pretty expensive chairs for people that sit all the time. And they spent like $2,500 each on these chairs. Each. And our commissioners in our county was like, "What in the hell are you spending your money? This is stupid. We're not spending $2,500 a chair." And he ordered them any freaking way. They were custom ordered, so you couldn't send them back. We were screwed. He done it anyway. So one of
How
our
many
guys,
chairs was this?
I don't know how many it was. Um,
Wow. I bet he gets a
so
kickback from the manufacturer.
Probably. So one of the guys in our county that I know very well decided that there was enough of this bullshit. He was going to run against him, and he did, and he beat him. And now, the current ousted. The ousted current judge executive is pissed. So what also happened was our current sheriff decided he wanted to be commissioner and was going to let one of the other detectives, run for sheriff. So that detective was running unopposed. He won. He's running unopposed. He's going to become detective, or he's going to become sheriff. And
Okay.
our current sheriff is going to become commissioner. So what was going to happen was an audit was going to take place over the outgoing sheriff, and it was going to overlap the incoming sheriff. And when something like that happens, when a sheriff changes during that audit, they have to stop the audit and start it all over again. Right?
Oh, okay. All right.
You have to have two audits now, and that
Okay.
second audit is going to cost the county double the money of what that
Right.
audit. So what the ousted sheriff asked our ousted judge executive to do was, hey, if I step down before the audit and you appoint him as interim sheriff, he's going to go ahead and be the sheriff in November. This will give him a little bit of a head start, and it will save the county a whole audit. And he said, okay, I'll do that. And come time for the sheriff to step down, he said he wasn't going to do it. And now he won't answer any freaking phone calls. He won't answer any media requests. He won't do anything. He's just not going to do it now. And he's a piece of trash. And I come across that news story this morning and I thought, man, I've got to read this in my news. So that's why I was a little behind. And
Oh
I
man,
kind of went off
that
on one
is
of
a
my little
crazy
rants.
story.
Yeah, and at the end of the news story, I just said, shame on you, because he's costing the county, and it's nothing but it's like we're in fucking middle school, with this bull crap, and it's just I don't know. I'm just
I
pissed.
mean, it cannot be that your county's just loaded with cash and has it to burn.
No, not really, but our county does have a little bit of money. Our county, in the northern part of our county, is a huge industrial area, so it pours a multi-billion-dollar industrial area, so it pours a
Okay.
lot of money into our
Okay.
county and the surrounding areas. But we don't, we don't have money to burn. No,
Right.
So,
Wow.
and
Wow, that's
it's just been an
crazy.
ongoing local thing for a while, and it just rubs me the wrong way because
Well,
it's like middle school shit. This is like Bobby was mean to me, so I'm not going to talk to him and his brother anymore because they're mean. What the hell?
so how long does this guy have left in office before he gets actually ousted?
I don't know when he leaves.
So
I
it
haven't
was the
seen
bad
him.
sheriff that was like going to be like, I'll step down and the next one can step in.
Yeah, no, yeah, they were both good sheriff. I mean, they're both good guys. I mean, I've known the current sheriff my whole life. We went to school together, and he's not a bad guy. He's a big wrestling nut. He loves
Yeah.
he loves wrestling and has his whole life. But I mean, and that doesn't make you a bad guy. But
Well,
he's, I mean, he was trying to do the right thing. He saw that this was going to overlap, and it was going to have to
well,
completely redo an audit and charge the county a completely an audit fee. He was like, well, why don't you do this? And then they won't have to re-audit.
but
And
now
then
he won't answer the
and
phone.
we want, and now he won't. Now he won't answer the phone. He won't.
So,
Yeah.
wow. I mean, you know what they say about politicians, though?
This
They're
guy, yeah,
all scum.
this guy is a former Iraqi. He's a veteran, but he's a former Iraqi person that he would. Yeah, and I'm sure some people like this, some people that were actually in battle. I know plenty of people that actually saw combat, and most of them, all of them from the current wars, the current two wars, will not talk about it hardly at all, right?
Yeah.
They won't talk about it. I got a couple of buddies that just won't talk about it. Some older Vietnam vets will talk about it. My uncle won't, but I know some other guys that will. Our current, the piece of crap judge executive is a combat veteran, and he brags about it. He'll tell everybody the stories. I mean, it's the weirdest thing. I don't. And I've told, Ashley was in the Army, and we've talked with other folks, and we're like, that's odd. I guess everybody's got their own way of coping, but that's kind of odd.
Wow.
I thought maybe most of it.
Keep us informed on the ongoings of this sheriff scandal stuff.
Sheriff scandal of Marshall County.
I can't believe this guy would be a public dickhole.
He is a public dickhole. He is a urethra.
Yeah. Well, good morning, Deacon. It is Wednesday, August 17, 2022. I have my cup of coffee.
I've got to go get my cup of coffee in a second.
Today's cup of coffee is a gift from my brother.
Nice.
I think it was like probably 6 or 7 or 8 years ago, and I've honestly kept it in the box. It's got to be older than that because it was still in the box when I moved to this house 7 years ago. I think I've had this close to 10 years. It's a TARDIS. Oh, I guess all sides have the windows except for it has except for the side that I hold. So there's the little stamp, there's the little police box declaration.
Awesome.
Yeah, so
I didn't know you and y'all were Doctor Who fans. That's cool.
Yeah, it was until they canceled Doctor Who like, I don't know, years ago.
I know what you mean.
It was Matt Smith, and then the show ended, and then nothing happened again. No,
you don't think nothing's happened since?
Here's the thing. Here's my view of canon. Like, major media corporations can they can reboot their franchises, they can continue the series, they can do whatever they want, but you get to decide what's canon. You get to decide what counts and what doesn't, which is why I get to say, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, Rogue One. That's it. That's all the Star Wars
Okay.
movies. I get to
agree
do
with
that. You
That's
get to
nice.
do that.
Yeah.
And I get to say all Doctor Who up to Tom Baker. I'll waffle on Pete Davidson and a couple after that. But once it gets to Matt Smith is the last Doctor, and then I don't know, he died. The Doctor Who died.
He hasn't returned.
Hey, did you ever watch Doctor Who? We didn't talk about it a couple weeks ago because I wasn't sure if you were into Doctor Who.
Mm-hmm.
But the rumors are that they have cast the new Doctor. Do you know about this?
No.
Oh, yes. Hold on. The last... Okay, so you had Matt Smith, and then you had Peter Capaldi, the old guy, right?
Oh,
the old guy. You recognize that guy. And then they had the woman Doctor, which I'm sorry to say I don't know her name because I don't give Jodie Whittaker. Jodie Whittaker played the female Doctor, and her series.
I know that you would never expect this from me, but I didn't think that she was that bad.
Okay, I honestly never watched it. I was like, okay, you guys are just going to politicize this, or you're going to social commentary this, and I'm not even sure. Honestly, I gave up on Peter Capaldi. I was like, I can't watch this. This dude is not good. So, let's see. Let me see if I can find it. So the rumors are they are casting a new and sexier Doctor.
All right, that's what I always want in my Doctor. Is a sexier Doctor.
Not only
why in the hell can't I see his butt cheeks more?
You don't even know what you're saying, Sarah, because apparently
I want a sexy Doctor.
Is it this story? Yes, here we go. We'll pull this one up. This is from Yahoo Finance, and as you know, Yahoo is
100 certified news.
100 out of 100 certified. So if I have to choose a news source, it's going to be Yahoo every time.
If I choose a news source, it's Yahoo News.
Yahoo News.
When you choose trusted news, it's Yahoo News. What does his shirt look like there? Yikes, that's almost a foul.
Oh, yeah, this is the new and sexier Doctor Who. Neil Patrick Harris clued us in that Doctor Who is officially gay, because Neil had some scenes in the new show. And we're gonna have this fella here. He's gonna be our in Cutie Gatwa. Maybe it's Cutie Gatwa. Is going to be our new Doctor. He's new and sexier and gayer than ever. And this is not.
The Doctor was gay enough either. I mean,
no,
he's a little sprinkling of gayness. That's
cool.
Whatever.
Okay, so this is from August 1st. So this is not new news. This is a little bit older news. But Neil Patrick Harris, who I think he's a fantastic actor, and I don't care what he does in his personal life. I would be happy if he just never ever told me about it and just did his own life.
Same. Yeah, I'm the same.
But he thinks he needs to tell us about this, and since I care about Doctor Who a little bit, I'm gonna have to have an opinion. So he recently completed filming his part in the upcoming season of Doctor Who, and he spilled some juicy tea that queer fans of the iconic sci-fi series are about to get very excited over. I don't believe you guys. According to Harris, the new version of the Time Lord, played by sex education star Cutie Gatwa, is a member of the LGBTQ plus family. What? Yes.
No, go ahead.
So he got to meet and interact with him a bit. He's going to be the first gay Doctor. While the series did previously reveal a same-sex attraction between Doctor, as portrayed by Jodie Whittaker, and her companion, Yaz Khan, this could mark the first time that the Time Lord could be out and proud about their sexual orientation. Isn't it exciting? Are you looking forward to the next season of Doctor Who, Deacon? He's this. I've seen this guy wear a lot of things where it shows his midriff, his. It's a man. It's a man. It's obviously a man. He has a mustache. I think if you have a mustache, you're a man, no matter what you say.
I don't know what the hell a man or a woman is anymore. Neither does anybody else. So what the
I don't
heck?
know. All right.
Stupid. Hey, Ashley pointed out something to me yesterday. She asked me a question about something that we had talked about on here, and I was like, no. I was like, did it come off that way? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, did you not catch my sarcastic wokeness that and she was like, no, she's like, you say those crazy conspiracy people and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I'm doing that sarcastically because I'm one of them. So if people if people don't understand I'm being a smartass when I say all that, it's because I'm kind of one of these people. I'm trying to do it so that YouTube won't
Where's
copyright
your
strike us.
line?
Hmm?
How far do you go into conspiracies?
I do this. This is how I've always looked at it. If it sounds logical, if it sounds feasible and logical, I will not dismiss it as possible. I
Okay.
will not accept it outright.
Okay.
But if it sounds feasible and possible and
Okay.
logical, I will consider it a possibility.
You sound
So
like an honest skeptic.
I like to think that there's a lot of crap going on in this world that we don't have a clue about, that we are in various aspects that we are just blindly going through this world just as happy as a lark. And in our lives, in our mental and spiritual and sounds and nature and everything. So I'm kind of I kind of like the conspiracy stuff that people don't want to believe. I kind of want to believe. So if it sounds logical and feasible, yeah, that's a possibility. I'm not going to dismiss it.
Okay. Well,
Is there a possibility that they faked the moon landing? Yes, that there is a possibility because there is a logical argument to that. Can some points be refuted? Yes. Do I believe it? No. I think we landed on the moon. But do I believe that those people believe that? That's a logical argument, you know? So
okay. So what about I'm just trying to find where your boundaries are. So flat Earth.
no, those
Okay.
people are stupid.
Okay. So you have a boundary.
I have my boundary is probably the same. My beliefs are probably the exact same as yours. I just take
Probably.
a little different route to
You
get
know,
there.
I think we have.
You
I
go
think we
here like
have.
this, a straight line, and I like to take my ass up here before I get
Yeah.
here.
I think we got commonalities of viewpoints, but I think we also have things we differ on for sure.
Right.
All right. So I good morning. Hey, yesterday was Tuesday,
Mhm.
and I don't want to spend a whole lot of time on this, but I do want to celebrate.
Okay.
I want to celebrate because we had a story last week where we talked about here's the status of 10 of Republicans that kind of voted to impeach Trump, and several of them were either not running again, or some of them lost their primaries.
I saw this.
You saw it.
Ashley was trying to tell it to me last night, and I was feeling like crap. So I really didn't kind of process what was going on. Yeah.
Oh, Liz Cheney done lost her primary. She's lost. She is the most high-profile Republican representative to have lost her seat in a primary. Almost certainly because she sucks. She's an awful human, and she voted to impeach Trump. So Cheney loses her primary bid to Trump-backed Hagman in Wyoming. So Ms. Hagman, there was even some write-in ballots. Yeah. So the primary race was last night. That 5% in. They had 5% of the vote in, and the decision desk called it for Hagman over Cheney. And then and at that point it was a 10-point lead, and then it doubled to a 20-point lead. It's now closer to a 40-point lead. Wyoming Rep Liz Cheney lost her bid Tuesday night for a fourth term, becoming the most high-profile Republican to impeach former President Trump over the January 6th Capitol riot and lose re-election this year. Cheney was defeated by Trump-backed attorney Harriet Hagman in the Wyoming GOP primary. The Associated Press officially called the race for Hagman at 10:21 p.m. Cheney conceded the race, saying, "Tonight, Harriet Hagman has received the most votes in this primary. She won. I called her to concede the race. The primary election is over, but now the real work begins." Because this cow is going to keep on attacking America. Hagman had 65% of the vote compared to 31% for Cheney. 31%. An incumbent representative got beat 2-1. That's very rare. Even if you are a terrible representative, usually the incumbent has all of the advantage. With 67% of the votes counted, the wire services reported shortly before midnight. Cheney's loss was widely expected after she was trailing double digits for most of her campaign. She's already conceded. Jeremy says, wait until they find the 3 million votes for Cheney at 3 a.m. She's already conceded the race. So she's just going to have to try some other way to ruin America. The 56-year-old Cheney's congressional seat is the only one in Wyoming. So Wyoming has 2 Senate seats, one representative seat, and Hagman is expected to win in November. Considering the state is regarded as one of the most conservative in the country, Trump won the state in 2020 with nearly 70% of the vote. So, yeah, I really don't care anything that Cheney has to say. She's gone. Bye, Miss Piggy. She's out of here. That is good news. Oh wait, I do have another shot of Cheney and her non-victory. So Rep Liz Cheney about to become bacon. She's out of here. She's gone. She's down. She's out. That's the last of I hope that's the last of the Cheneys. No more Cheneys. Okay. No more giant dick Cheney. No more nasty pig Liz Cheney. Anyway, that's all. That it was worth celebrating. So aside from that, we will not be trumping this morning.
Okay.
Unless you bring something up.
No, I'm trying to listen to this real quick on this other side. Hang on.
Okay.
I want to see if I sound like an asshole on the air here when I read this.
Yeah, Jeremy says Cheney sealed her fate with her anti-Trump vitriol. Yeah, she was.
Hey, there was something else that.
Hey, Jeremy, did you see the mug? Jeremy, look at this. I've had this thing in its original packaging for probably like 10 years. I don't know how long it's been, but it's my mug of the day today.
It's funny. I like that.
All right. I think Jeremy just joined us a minute ago.
Yeah.
I don't know if he heard about the gay Doctor Who. All right.
Yeah, I agree. I think, Jeremy, I think NASA lies about things too. I don't really want to tell you what I think the moon is. We might get shut down from YouTube.
Is it cheese?
It's cheese. Yes, I think it's cheese.
Cheese.
Oh.
All right. So this is your story, sir. I don't need the video. How do I stop this video from playing? These websites with their auto-rolling video. So this is Deacon's story. He put this in the queue. So, this is from CBS News. Let's check out. We don't come to CBS News before. Oh, CBS News is 90 out of 100.
Ooh, they're very trusted.
Very legitimate news source. So I have seen this headline repeated in so many different places, and sometimes it's 84 children. Sometimes it's 121 children. I think one time it was 144 children. I don't understand what's going on.
1 million children.
1 million children are saved. So I don't know what's going on here.
To make the FBI look better all of a sudden.
Yeah. Oh, please let us do a case where we don't look like we're evil and incompetent.
Like,
yeah,
oh
the
my
FBI.
God, we look like crap, dude. Can we do something? Well, we can rescue some sex traffic people, and that'll make us look good. How many? I don't know. Just
I don't know. How many do we need? We got them on speed dial. Oh my!
Yeah, we got them all on speed dial. Call up.
We're just going through. We'll just go through Epstein's diary here. Yeah. Pick out, I don't know, a couple hundred. They won't even make a dent.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. FBI rescues more than 200 trafficking victims, including 84 children in Operation Cross Country.
Thanks for doing your job.
Yeah.
Thanks. What are we? Do you want a fucking brownie now? Thanks for doing your job. Way to go. Way to go.
Right. Yeah.
Jesus.
This is higher priority than finding Trump's letters to Kim Jong-il in his closet. This is what you're supposed to be
Donald
doing.
Trump has put the whole world in danger with his toilet paper messages. Ugh.
Well, you remember, of course, all of the wars that Donald Trump started while he was president.
The
And
war of
right.
that one that all them.
Well, okay, but you know, we were losing all that manufacturing when he was president. Like there were
there was the
there were actually they started bringing investments
didn't they
back.
take the didn't
Right.
they ship all the stuff? No, that was
Yeah, he was. Well, it was the he
So,
was
yeah,
going to
yeah,
lower
so
tariffs. He was going to combat the Chinese. He was going to combat the Chinese by
Well, gas
tariffing
was,
the
I mean,
cheap stuff,
and
that was going to be
gas was
bad
super
for
high.
America
gas.
because
I was paying like, I mean, in April of 2020, JJ, I was paying like $1.52 for a gallon of gas. I mean, that is freaking.
and how is it going to help the economy if you're paying that little for gas?
I know
right?
that's not going to help the economy. So
also, he tweeted a lot, and people didn't like that. So
everybody's got their flaws. That's what
the
I always
FBI still sucks. All right. So law enforcement across the country rescued more than 2. Oh my God. They aggregated. This isn't one bust. This is like a bunch of little busts. Okay. Yeah. Law enforcement across the country rescued more than 200 sex trafficking victims, including 84 children, in a nationwide sweep dubbed Operation Cross Country. The FBI
which makes it look even more like a
desperate.
Oh shit, we got to do something.
Quick, how many people did we save anybody last month? What about you? Let me call Omaha. Omaha, did you do anything? Oh my God. So they aggregated a bunch of like this nation has 330 million people in it. Yeah. 330 million and millions of criminals and scum and stuff and 200. And that was their big. Oh my gosh!
I agree.
And I'm glad. I'm glad that kids are endangered. Yeah. Fewer kids are endangered. I'm obviously glad about that. The FBI though should be dismantled.
This is nothing to be. They're just trying to freaking be like, look, we're still the good guys. Look what we did. Oh my God. Look, we helped them. Don't be mad at us, please.
Yeah. So if you saw this headline and you're like, finally, the FBI did something good. This is propaganda. I'm pretty sure this is propaganda.
They're relying on you not reading the story that you're seeing. The FBI does something good. You add 1 + 1, and then that's it, and that's all you do.
Oh, how come there's not any numbers about how well they did in previous years? Okay, well, you know what? Let me give them a chance. In 2021, more than half of all trafficking victims in the U.S. were minors, according to the Human Trafficking Institute. In a news release Monday, FBI Director Christopher Wray called sex trafficking among the most heinous crimes the agency encounters.
Oh wow, really?
It's among it.
Obvious.
Christopher Wray, please stop associating my name with this other stuff that I did. That's dumb. Unfortunately, this guy should be fired. By the way,
this guy right here, every other FBI director
Ray,
I mean, I don't know anything about
needs to be impeached and fired.
But every other FBI director has been basically a criminal. So
yeah,
I don't know why in the hell we still trust these people. And I mean, it's really scary how far law enforcement has gone to where the people don't trust them. I was just reading something yesterday. Let me find it. Somebody said this. At this point, I don't know. The Supreme Court has ruled that the police have no duty or obligation to protect the public. They have also ruled that the police can kill you if they say they feared for their life. The public has literally zero reason to trust or rely on the police. None.
Yes. That is correct.
I walked into the radio station this morning. Okay, so Monday morning I walked in. I think it was last Friday, maybe it wasn't this Monday. It was last Friday. I walked in and there was there's 2 or 3 steps that walk right up to the radio station. I unlocked the door and there's our dumpster sits right beside. So I noticed that there was some crumbs and a couple of pistachio seed casings. And I don't eat pistachios on the step. And I'm like, what the hell is this? Did somebody like break open a garbage bag or something? And there shouldn't be any pistachio seeds here at the radio station at all. So I thought it was weird. So this Ashley got me a burger the other day. She went to Paducah, and there's a special place in Paducah. I love their hamburgers, and she got me one. She brought it back as a little treat, and they wrap them in this special red and white checker, like 50s style
Yeah.
paper. So I brought it up here to the radio station, and I ate it yesterday. Yesterday, I warmed it up and I ate it, and I didn't eat all of it. My stomach is tore up from this medicine. And so I wrapped it up, and later on that day, I took it outside and I put it in the garbage in the dumpster outside because I didn't want it drawing flies for 4 or 5 days in here in my garbage can. So I just walked 5 steps and put it in the dumpster outside, which was nothing was in the dumpster. It was the only thing in there. So this morning, this is a long way to go, I know, for what I'm fixing to say. But this morning I woke up, and there on the front step is that freaking red and white wrapping paper and the napkin that I wrapped it up and threw it in the bottom of the dumpster yesterday. The food is nowhere to be found. I got my flashlight out, looked in the dumpster. The food's not in the dumpster. And I was sitting here thinking, I wonder if a damn homeless person or some crazy drugged up person or something was drugging through my garbage looking for food and found that and sat on my freaking steps and ate it. And then I started thinking, I wonder if that was what that was the other day when maybe they were sitting on my steps at night, because it's kind of a kind of a secluded area. And so I thought, man, I need to call the police to let them know, to give them a heads up that blah, 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 somebody might be sitting here. And then a thought went through my mind was, don't call the stupid cops. What are they going to do? The cops aren't going to do anything.
Yeah,
why are you calling the cops? Because that's what we've been taught to do.
Yeah.
That's what we were always taught to do. Call the cops, call the cops, call the cops. Anymore, man. I'm not saying all cops are bad. A majority of them, I think, are probably very good at their job and do what they do. The problem that we have in this country is that when one bad cop does something and the good cops don't turn him in, or the unions cover them up, that there should not be a such thing as a freaking police union that is the way that they are, man.
There should not be any unions of public servants.
Public
servants.
Yeah.
There should not. There definitely should not be teachers unions, in my opinion, because teachers unions are not about teaching. They're about protecting teachers unions, and they're about
and we see that
milking the government, the local public for
as much money as they can. We've had the same damn board of school
unions.
We've had the same board of directors of the board of education members. We've had the same damn members sitting on that council for like 25 years in our county.
Yes, you have.
And I said the other day, I was like, that dude hadn't had a freaking, his name is Randy Travis, because that's how I always remember his name. I was like, Randy Travis hadn't had a damn kid in the school in like 25 or 30 years, and he's still on the edge. I think that's bull crap. The way that we have things set up in this country and our local levels is bull crap, man. And that's a long way to go to talk about. I mean, we were talking about law enforcement and the FBI, but I mean, the law enforcement, we were always taught to trust them, and I don't trust them anymore. I just don't. I don't trust the cops anymore. And I know that when I get pulled over, I know that I probably have done some minor infraction. I have no reason to be freaking out or anything like that. I don't have drugs, and I don't have a person in the car, and I don't have any warrants or anything like that. But if a cop pull me over, I'm going to freaking, because you never know what's going to freaking happen anymore. I watch these videos all the time where the cop just freaks out and tasers your ass because you're not listening.
Or tries to taser you, ends up shooting you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez, it's scary.
So anyway, I mean, I definitely am not on the all cops are bastards bandwagon.
No,
but,
I'm not either.
The days are long gone where you can implicitly trust that the police will be there to help you. When seconds count, they're only minutes away. Forget about it. So it could be a cat, though. You could have a cat that jumped in there and got that thing out of there. But it might be a human. It could be, maybe you should get her like a Ring camera and aim it out the window. It's only like, the Ring thing is only like $20 a month, by the way. Looks like he's doing his radio stuff. So guys, look at this. According to ABC News, which is, let me just check this here, 90 out of 100. Ooh, this is real news. School district will lay off white teachers before minority teachers per new union contract. Oh, okay. The teachers unions are racist. They are racist. This is racism's. School district will lay off white teachers before minority teachers per new union contract. An agreement struck between Minneapolis Teachers Union and Minneapolis Public Schools will now compel the district, in case of any layoffs, to get rid of the white teachers before any teachers of color. This stipulation comes. Let's consider it for a moment. Why? Okay, so just think about this for a second. If you hire and fire people based on merit, then you have to think about how well they're doing their job, and you have to take measurements and keep records and do stuff like that. And you have to do performance-based, merit-based criteria. That sounds like a lot of work.
That's a lot of work, JJ.
Instead of that, let's put everybody in color order and then just get rid of the white ones first.
Why?
How's that? Doesn't that sound easier? That's easier. That's more efficient. That'll be less time. That'll save everybody money.
Yeah, because everybody knows that white people are the devil. First of all, they're a bunch of racist bastards.
Come on, America.
I personally, America, do not want white people teaching my children at all. At all. That's just.
This is not stuff I ever think about. Oh, and if you say something like that, they're like, "Oh,
neither do any of us, really."
But if you say that, well, I wouldn't think about what color my teachers' kids are. They'd be like, "Oh, that's because they're all white." No, my kids' teachers are all Hispanic, and I don't know where they are because I don't care. But I know.
You live in Texas, so all your teachers, 90% of the teachers down there are probably Hispanic.
This is crazy. Honestly, the entire city should be sued for this. This is a violation of, I think it's Title IX, but I'm not too super sure about this.
Minneapolis, which let me let you know, it's not Minneapolis, because I said that when we were in Minneapolis, I was in an elevator, and I guess I pronounced it all the time. And Ashley and I were in an elevator with a guy, and we were talking to him, and I said Minneapolis, and he very rudely was like, "It's Minneapolis." I was like, "Well,
somebody's got some personal issues, bro."
Oh, that's Minneapolis.
You can call it Texas. You can call it Tejas. You can call it that place where all those rednecks live. And I'll be like, I don't care what you say. Viva la Texas.
Jesus, I'm from Kentucky. Yes, we're inbred. We're hillbillies. I've heard it all before. Ha, you got a sister joke? I haven't heard that one before. Kentucky Fried Chicken? Oh, tell me more. I've never heard this.
All right.
Either.
So hold on. Let's find out exactly how racist people in Minneapolis are. Effective in 2023, teachers will be subject to job layoffs or relocations in order of seniority. However, in the case that a teacher is a member of a population underrepresented among licensed teachers in the district may excess, meaning layoff or relocate outside of seniority order. Oh, okay. So this is fair, right? They will lay off in seniority. So they would lay off lower, like, "Oh, you're the new guy. You're the new guy. You're the new guy. You guys are the new guys. You guys are, I'm sorry, we have to make cuts. Hold on. Wait, one of the ones that's older than you is white. We'll get rid of that one first." Okay. The same measures applies to recalling or bringing back teachers who have been let go for a variety of reasons. Now we need some more. We need some more teachers, and we have this super qualified teacher that we had to let go last semester. But we need a teacher. We have the money and the budget for the teacher now. We can fill that seat again. But instead of calling the super qualified teacher of the year, we're going to call this other teacher that's less qualified because racism. It's racism. All right.
It's not racism. You can't be racist to white people, JJ. Have you not heard that?
I mean, just because you guys changed the definition of words don't make shit not true. Honestly, I think somehow the Generation X, we must have done something wrong with our kids. And I say our in the your sense because I didn't have kids until now, but I am Generation X. Generation X didn't have a problem with racism at all. It was
No,
it was
Generation
literally
X, we did not
black,
have a problem with it.
brown, whatever. We went to school to get people, and it was poor and not poor, and everybody got their opportunity to get beat up, and there was no racism.
Let me take that one step further too. Let me take it one step further. You may not know about me. And when I graduated high school in 1995, a long time ago, in Generation X, what JJ just said, we did not have a problem with race. We just did not have a problem with race. My high school, my graduating class was 400, 350, 400. So
Okay.
there was approximately 1,300, 1,200 kids in the school. 99.99999% of them were Caucasian. There might have been 3 Indians, like Patels, that were not related. And then there might have been a couple of exchange students. There were 0 black students. There were 0 Hispanic students. And that's just
demographics in the region,
demographics
right?
in my area. Now
Right.
it's different and it's no big deal. But I mean, even coming from a predominantly white county that I've been called racist my whole life in the local area because of the county I come from,
Right.
I'm not racist. And the more these people tell me I'm racist and are racist to me, it's kind of steering me towards that damn direction. It's kind of like you do it to me all the time, and I'm supposed to smile about it. I
Right.
didn't do this crap. My grandfather didn't do this crap. My grandfather's grandfather didn't do this crap. Why am I paying for it?
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
Somebody treats you like an asshole. Treat them like an asshole back. Don't treat me like one.
If this is overtly racism. This is literally making determinations based on the color of their skin, and they're using retard language like underrepresented among whatever underrepresented teachers. That's not an elected position. It's not a representative position. It's if all things are being equal. If all teachers are equally qualified and you have, selection based on merit, then you're going to get an adequate representation. But focusing on this is the best way to not have good teachers in your district. Minneapolis, I mean, if they keep this policy up, we're going to hear about just how much worse Minneapolis gets in the next 2 years because this is the root of the problem. You have corrupt teachers unions, right? You have corrupt teachers unions lowering the quality of education in a district because they care more about this than they care about teaching. Yeah. And then the students they raise the students they teach, the students they raise. Your kids are in these schools 8 hours a day, 6 hours a day, whatever, constantly inundated with their values, and which are obvious right here. Those children are going to have a lower quality of education. They're going to grow up. They're going to graduate. They're going to have less capabilities. They're going to have less opportunities. They have a corrupt worldview. They're not going to be equipped to be successful because they didn't have the best teachers they could. They had whatever teachers were available that fit their demographic.
Right.
Goals.
You don't think the kings and the lords and the ladies of our realm, we don't call them lords and ladies and dukes and whatnot. Yeah. We call them different names over here, but you don't think that they in America don't want us serf common folk to do our best. They don't want you to do your best. They want you to do just enough. Okay. So that's part of this education system. You don't think this is a designed plan? I mean, I wanted to be a teacher for so long. And now I look back on it like my dad still to this day, Bub, you should have been a history teacher. I think you'd have been a good one. And I look back on it like I've got 3 really good friends that have been teachers for a long time. And I tell them, I'm like, I dodged a bullet, dude. One of them is a history teacher for middle school. I'm like, man, I dodged a bullet because I wouldn't have been able to teach this shit that they tell you that you have to teach these kids. I'd have been in trouble because I'd have been like, let me give you the real story here.
Yeah.
Let you know what this book is not telling you.
Let's get off of this. But I mean, like, this is the root of the problem. This is the root of the problem. And if you don't start stopping things like the Minneapolis Federation of Teachers, then everything else from here, this is the first domino. This is the first domino, and the rest of them are bad. And they're letting this happen. So Minneapolis, you let this happen. If you don't stop this and overturn this, you get everything you deserve. You get violence emerging in your seats. You get low unemployment. You're going to get all the problems you deserve, starting with this. So you guys fix this. So teachers unions. Oh, JJ is against teachers. F you. I'm for everybody. I am for kids having all the opportunities they need. Teachers unions isn't part of that deal.
Right.
All right.
Hey, and just real quick, I want to give a just real quick, since we're here, and I don't know if Ashley's still in the chat, but I want to give a shout out to Manny's Steakhouse in downtown Minneapolis. It is a place that Ashley and I went to, and they served us cat food. So if you get a
my goodness.
If you get a chance, go to Manny's Steakhouse. You have to wear a shirt or a suit and tie, a jacket and tie.
Cat food.
It was a steak tartare, but it looked like somebody put a piece of lettuce down and opened up a can of Fancy Feast and just dropped it on top.
No, that is not good.
It was disgusting looking. Okay. I gave it back. I paid for it, but I gave it back. I was like, no, y'all can have it.
I'm good. Pass. Good. Don't worry. I will talk about you on the internet. Clip this show. Send it out. All right. And also, if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. All right. We've been talking about our boy Ezra Miller a bunch.
Oh my God. Yeah, I saw he's finally.
No. You need to look at this through the lens of the Warner Brothers phone call. And it went like this. Ezra Miller, this is Zaslav from WB. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing, sir? You're about to cost us $200 million. And let me tell you, I'm going to definitely send some guys that are going to outrun you and going to beat you down. So if you want to ever have a job again, you need to stop abducting women. You need to stop doing a cult on the farm, and you need to claim mental health issues or something and get out there and try to do some PR redemption. That's what happened here. Zaslav got him. So I'm sorry. Ezra Miller tries excusing crime spree on mental issues. No, wait, hold on. Wait a second. Isn't Ezra Miller a they, them, like queer, trans, LGBTQ something? Are you allowed to accuse that a trans person of having mental issues?
I mean, isn't it obvious? But I don't know.
I don't know. But if he says something like this, I think, according to their rules, I think we have to cancel Ezra Miller. I think he has to be canceled.
I don't know what to do anymore. I just wait for the lesbian gay people to tell me what I'm supposed to do, and then I try to do it.
Hold on, let me check the rules. Let me check the rules.
For our LGBTQ overlords to tell us what is the proper way to conduct ourselves.
If you say anything against one of the alphabet people, you have to be destroyed. You have to be destroyed. So he says he has mental issues now. Don't let me summarize. Let's read the news. Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash, just issued a public apology for his recent criminal acts and bizarre behavior. Variety reports that the actor 29 says he has complex mental health issues following a recent string of criminal matters he's been involved with, including charges of abuse, child grooming, evading police, and random acts of violence. Quote, having recently gone through a time of intense crisis, I now understand I am suffering complex mental health issues and have begun an ongoing treatment. I want to apologize to everyone that I have alarmed and upset with my past behavior. I am committed to doing the necessary work to get back to a healthy, safe, and productive stage in my life. This is 100% written by a PR company. This is a PR campaign to rehabilitate the character of Ezra Miller prior to the opening of The Flash.
This was straight up. You're exactly right. This was a call from somebody way up there that was like, look, you little shit. You're fixing to be in a world of freaking
costing me some money.
Many freaking years if you don't straighten your ass up.
Looks like I dunked on Ezra Miller a little bit, and we lost a couple viewers.
Hey, right now, Ezra Miller is like that guy from the Clintons video. WB did not make me read this statement. I'm making this on my own free will.
Yeah. So Miller, who's set to play the Flash in his first standalone film, has been charged with the serious wrongdoings, including choking a woman, theft, throwing a chair at a woman, and grooming children. And he's been involved in criminal acts, not only in Vermont, but also in North Dakota, Massachusetts, and Hawaii. Bro, Ezra Miller gets around.
Maybe Jeremy's right. Maybe this is like a new interactive, real life, not real life movie. And the Flash is going through all this terrible stuff in his life.
Yeah.
Maybe this is real.
We're on an alternate timeline.
It's definitely an identity crisis.
All right. Yeah. Oh, nice.
Ching. Oh, Jeremy.
This is the comment of the morning. I appreciate that one.
Of the day,
I put a little star on it.
Yeah. Okay.
That is a good one. Nice. Appreciate that. All right. I was going to talk about Zaslav being a total Chad, and he is, but we're running out of time, and I want to get to the weird news.
Yeah,
I want to get to the weird news. We only got 8 minutes. So we got Weird Wednesday. I got weird, and I got even weirder. So let's go
to even weird first.
Yeah, you want to do the even weird? No, let's do that. This is callback to last week. So I think a week or two ago we watched the Wednesday trailer. Check this out. Catherine Zeta-Jones is glamorous as Morticia Addams in the first look at Netflix's Wednesday.
This is great.
Yeah, I mean, look at Catherine. She looks amazing.
Yeah,
and this little girl that plays Wednesday, I don't know what her name is. Matthias Calmer. I don't know. This is Luis Guzman.
Yeah,
this is a strange choice. I mean, I like Luis Guzman, but I think it's a strange choice for Gomez.
I don't at all. And I saw this argument last night, and all these people saying, "Why the hell are you picking it? It's racist and blah 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 and whatnot." Dude, what was Raul Julia? Didn't he play the first Gomez Addams? Wasn't it Raul Julia?
Was he in the? Now we have to look it up.
Yes. Oh my God. It was. I think it was Raul Julia. Wasn't he the original Gomez?
Or
was he Gomez Addams in?
John Austin in the '64 series. Raul Julia is from the movie.
Yeah, from the movie. Who played the John Astin?
John Astin.
Yeah, John Astin. Yeah, John Astin.
Oh my gosh.
That's who's that? Sean. That's Sean Astin. Is his dad or is I don't remember. But yeah,
is he Sean Astin's dad? Oh wow.
Yeah. His children. Yeah, that's Sean Astin. Yeah. And McKenzie. Yeah. But yeah, he look at him. Look at that old picture of John Astin. Do you have it up there? No, hang on. Let me show you my screen real quick so you can see.
Yeah, show your screen.
All right, so you're looking at Luis Guzman there, but look at John Astin. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's very, and I'm not trying to be racist saying that, but he has he's got dark hair. He's got the dark mustache. He looks like it's black and white. So it looks like he's kind of got could have the darkish skin. He could be of Hispanic descent in that. So did Raul Julia.
Okay, hold on. Don't move yet. Cause this is my definitive Gomez Addams. I mean, Raul Julia was great, but this is my definitive Addams. And look at the shape of his head. His head is kind of like wide at the top and then kind of like narrow down at the bottom, right? And then he has the kind of eyes that are almost bug-eyed or whatever.
Yeah, and that's what made.
Look at Guzman has a totally different shaped head.
Yeah, he's got a different. You're right. And Raul Julia had the eyes. I think. Gomez had the that's what made. John Astin's Gomez that's what made him, because he would he kind of did those and those eyebrows and everything. So I don't know, maybe Luis Guzman can I'm curious. He's a great actor.
Yeah. I mean, I won't watch it on Netflix, so I'm curious to see trailers because that's all I'll see, because I don't support companies that do cuties. But other than that, this looks fantastic. This looks great. And
Catherine Zeta-Jones, Morticia is supposed to be the epitome of eloquence.
I mean, that Wednesday that kid looks disturbed. Yeah, this is great. And she's got little skulls on her dress or whatever.
If she does better than what's her name from the movie, who did Wednesday from the movie?
Oh, Christina Ricci.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
She has
All
some
right.
of the greatest lines, man. And that one
Guys,
in Addams Family too. It's got some of the great Wednesday's lines are great.
this is the best story you're going to see all day long. This is going to live with you all day. Here it is. A Cape Cod diver was just swallowed and spit out by a humpback whale. Okay, this is actually from last year. Sorry, but this is crazy. For 30 to 40 seconds, Michael Packard struggled to escape the whale's mouth and wondered if he would be swallowed whole. So this actually happened last year, but it's weird. I'm going to call it Weird Wednesday. So I'm going to try to find weird news on Wednesdays. This dude was eaten by a whale.
Humpback whale. Yeah.
This man was swallowed by a whale. And no, it didn't take place in the pages of the Old Testament. Oh, okay. It happened to a lobster diver named Michael Packard off the coast of Provincetown, Massachusetts. Packard had set off early in the morning on June 11th to dive for lobsters with his fishing partner, Josiah Mayo. And after a disappointing first haul, Packard dove underwater to try again just before 8 a.m. But he scoured the sandy bottom of the Herring Beach Cove. Something suddenly struck him from behind. All of a sudden, I felt this huge shove, and the next thing I knew, it was completely black. From the surface, Mayo watched as Packard's air bubbles vanished, but he couldn't have possibly guessed what happened to his partner below the waves. A humpback whale had accidentally swallowed Packard in one huge gulp. Everything was dark. I was like, oh my God, did I just get hit by a shark? Then I felt around and realized there were no teeth, and I had felt really no great pain. And then I realized, oh my God, I'm in a whale's mouth. I'm in a whale's mouth, and he's trying to swallow me.
How freaking freaky would that be, man?
This is nuts.
Oh my God.
Wow. Oh my God. It was at like 30 to 40 seconds. Okay. I wonder if he tells us how he got out. He still had on his breathing apparatus, which would be stuck in the whale's mouth until he ran into air. What would happen to his wife and teeth? I thought to myself, okay, this is it. I'm going to die. I mean, you have to think that. Like, and there's a calm that comes over you in that moment where you're like, you're panicked, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to die. Yeah. And then you're like, and then you calm down. You're like, oh, I'm going to die. And there's nothing I can do about it. I'm obviously inside of a whale's mouth. Okay.
How the hell do you get out of that?
And I thought about my kids and my wife. There's no getting out of there. And Packard said, recalling that he could feel the whale squeezing the muscles of its mouth. But then the whale started to shake its head, and Packard felt himself zoom towards the surface. And it was like that, he was free. Oh my God. I would never go in the ocean again. I'd be like, God, let me out of that whale's mouth, and I'm out. I'm done.
But imagine the freaking whale, man. Imagine the whale a little bit later on that day. It's coming up to one of its buddies.
This is rubbery. I don't like this.
I freaking ate something today, and I don't know what the hell. I ate one of those humans, and I had to spit it out. It was gross. Tasted like chicken.
Wow.
And then
from the ship.
His buddies are going to be like, dude, that's bullshit. You didn't eat a diver. Right. And he's going to be like, yes, I did. And they're going to ostracize him. And that poor whale's going to be for the rest of his life known as the liar whale. Because nobody believes he ate a diver.
This story, by the way, is on allthat'sinteresting.com. And it's 87.5. This is real news. This is real news. From their ship, Mayo saw a burst of water, and then he spotted Packard soaring through the air. A charter boat captain named Joe saw the same thing. I saw Mike come flying out of the water, feet first, with his flippers on, and land back in the water. And he jumped aboard Mayo's boat and helped pull Packard out of the water. I was inside it. I was inside its mouth, and Packard gasped once they had him aboard. It tried to eat me. Oh my God.
That's pretty funny, dude.
Wow. Okay. So anyway, that was actually last year, but I thought that is such a great story.
Yeah.
He lived. He lived. There were so many stories I read yesterday where they didn't, but this one did. So that's our Weird Wednesday story. Yeah. All right. That's all I got today. I hope that we said something that I hope that was a good morning for everybody. Everybody starts their day, drank their coffee, you had time with your two dads, and we'll be back tomorrow at 6:30. Deacon, you got anything?
No, I was reading Jeremy's comment here.
Oh.
Last week he wanted to know why I dislike Disney's Obi-Wan. Check out the channel Night's Watch for episode breakdowns. It's a great channel and approximates my take on that show. Okay, yeah, I definitely will. Yeah, I definitely will, because I like it. If it can pick apart some Star Wars, yeah, I'll give it a watch. I like it crap.
Star Wars.
That where we our
I made
guys
something since Rogue One.
our guys that I play in my Dungeons and Dragons group with, we're almost done with this 5-year campaign that we've been playing, and our dungeon master's kind of getting burnt out on the fantasy, realm. So we're kind of wanting to do some Star Wars type role play.
Oh.
So we're thinking about kind of alternating it between storytellers. So yeah, I'm always up for some new Star Wars theories and stuff like that I can.
I have one RPG book, but it's not Star Wars and it's not Dungeons and Dragons, and I only have it because I followed the Wheel of Time series.
You got the Wheel of Time RPG book.
I have the Wheel of Time RPG book. I've had this for probably 20 years, and
that's the D20 system then.
Yeah, it is D20.
That's 20. Yeah, that's 20 years old. That was like 3rd edition D&D.
Oh, is it really?
D20 system. It's still a good system to use. That's perfectly fine to use. But that's cool because that book probably contains a lot of lore. That's what I loved about some of these books, was that you can read those and get like lore of different things.
Yeah,
cool. I like stuff like that.
It does. It has some invented stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know how to play.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know what I'm doing. You have to change. I mean, anyway. So, have you ever played Shadowrun?
Yes. Back in the day,
you like Shadowrun?
In the late 80s, in the early 90s, we played the first edition of Shadowrun when it came out. I really liked that that world. Yeah, I like Shadowrun. We thought about doing that again, actually.
It seems like like an IP, like an intellectual property that got big, but never was able to break into the zeitgeist. Is never able to break into the larger consciousness, and really hook. And they've brought it back. They had the game. They had the Genesis game, which was amazing.
Yeah,
they've done
video games out of it,
and it's still never really like. It never really sinks in and hooks. Never quite gets all the way into where it's like something that you can really, really have a wider audience. And it's always kind of variations on kind of the same thing. I have played some of those games, a couple of those games.
That's the classic picture right there.
The video game, not the RPG stuff, but yeah, right. Yeah,
classic picture.
You got a Decker. You got a Decker trying to hack the terminal, and you got like a street samurai shooting, and
what was
shaman.
Called?
A shaman did the magic stuff.
Yeah, there's that logo. Look at that. Oh.
I mean, it has all the potential, but it never can quite cross the line to become like great.
Yeah, I agree. It did have a lot of really good. I started to say that looks like Larry Elmore's drawing. That is Larry Elmore right there's his name. I met him. He's a Dungeons and Dragons artist. He's great. So yeah, that's that was a good one. And there was another one at the time, JJ, that was very similar to Shadowrun, and it was called Rifts.
Oh yeah, okay.
And Rifts was I'd love to have that book actually. Yeah, Palladium Books. It was a really interesting world where these rifts had opened up. Kind of, as you can see, it was a different world. With mechs and these rifts into different planes of existence.
Well, maybe on Friday mornings, once you start your Thursday night games again, maybe on Friday mornings you can give us like a 2-minute summary of like what happened.
Of what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're not playing currently because our DM is a middle school football coach, and middle school games are on Thursdays. Right. And I'm the announcer, so I have to be gone Thursdays too.
All right. Well, that's all I got to go get my kids up. I'm getting ready for a trade show convention, so like busy. So
you are busy time.
Yep. Thanks for watching. For everybody that jumped in and jumped out, And there goes my mouse. And I need to do something to like get more viewers in the morning. I don't know what we need to do, but you guys are supposed to be sharing this out on Facebook or Twitter or whatever. So I'm blaming you.
Who, me? You?
Yeah, all of you. Yeah, you need to do shorts or something. I need to do shorts, but I don't have time for it. So it's going to be a couple weeks.
I'm wearing shorts.
You know what we need is we need a video. We need like an intro song.
We
could do that. We could just be like, what?
No, I don't.
We already had a good idea 5 years ago. Why don't we just keep using the same good idea?
Do that one again. Yeah, we're gonna do something else. Yeah, right. I'll make that a priority today.
A priority. I'm just saying, like a little.
No.
Yeah, I think you're gonna be better at picking music, maybe, or at least coming with some options. Whatever. I don't care that much. I just like to do this show. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye, everybody.